Five, four, three, two, one, zero. Let's start the party.
Hello and welcome to a brand new talk show. Today we're going to talk about changes, communication, and keeping positive attitude in the business. Today's debate will be your company is going through a big change. How do you deal with it? This is a topic that affects us all. Who here hasn't ever witnessed a big change within their company? Who hasn't ever felt alone or confused because of a change? What kind of manager hasn't ever felt responsible for loss of motivation among their colleagues because that the change that they put into place? To discuss this topic today, let's welcome onto the stage Patricia. Manager of a car insurance company. Tanya. A customer advisor who is no longer enjoying her current job. And Alicia, who has experienced the same thing as Tanya and who can give us some advice. And of course, we recognize our renowned psychologist, Matthias. So, Patricia, let's start with you. Hello. So, Patricia, why don't you tell us a bit about your experience?
I am lucky enough to work for a company that was really grown. There was a lot of changes. I was needed in a lot of meetings and workshops, and I was seeing my team less and less. We began seeing a sad atmosphere.
Okay, so Matthias, what do you think?
Well, one can understand it. With growth, new standards are required. Well, there is a higher need for permanent improvement too. So tell me, Patricia, if it's just how you feel, or if it's your whole team? Have you had any feedback about this issue?
It's not just me, it's a team.
And what kind of comments have you been getting? Are they be coming from the whole team too, or just from a few individuals?
No, from several team members.
And what has actually been said? What has really affected you this whole experience?
They are becoming less and less motivated. The whole team was really invested in the work before, and it's hard for me.
And have you started to overcome this problem?
Two things. One, I take more time in my desk for my team members to discuss any problems. And two, I make sure they can talk about any changes during one-to-ones.
And have you been getting feedback as a result?
Yes, things were really starting to change. I'm reconnected with my team again. I'm so happy.
Well, so Patricia, does it mean that actually you managed to explain to them that a growing and changing company is a good thing?
Yes.
Well, then it means that things are going actually better for you. That's good for you.
Great!
Awesome.
Thanks so much for sharing your experience, Patricia. Let's turn to Tanya now, who's going to tell us about her problem. Tanya.
Hello everyone.
So, Tanya, how's it going? We can already see that things are going so well. You seem sad.
Honestly, I feel so low. The company used to be so small, so intimate. We were like a family.
No, please, no, girls. Sorry, Tanya.
And now there are just too many of us. I feel worthless.
Feeling worthless? Oh dear. Matthias, that's a very serious issue.
Yes, and we can all see that you're not feeling so good, but feeling worthless. Is it something that you only feel at work, or that equally affects you at home?
I'm okay at home. I'm not naturally a very cheery person anyway. I'm French, you know. I prefer it when things stay the same, when they don't change.
So, could this reaction be a fear of change?
Yes, exactly.
Matthias, your opinion on this?
Well, is it perhaps because you're shy that you feel so low? Because you're scared of new people joining the company as it grows? Because you're scared of the unknown?
I'm not just afraid of new people. I'm also worried about changes to company's procedure. It's all so complicated.
Okay, thanks, Tanya. I can see that Alicia is very keen to intervene here. Alicia, you on the other hand. You deal with the changes very well.
Yes, honestly, I was in the same situation as Tanya. I was also working for a company that grew very quickly with lots of procedures changes. We were also dividing into two buildings, but I was sent to one and my friend were in the other.
Interesting. And how did you get over these changes?
So, at first, I haven't thought about handing in my notice. But the internal communications department is really great. And now I feel much better because I've many new friends. I should have been more welcoming from the start. The communications team also organized a ministerial Sundays and evening activities for the company. That means that I can still stay in touch with my old friend too.
That's great. Tanya, has Alicia's story inspired you at all? Does it make you feel better about the whole situation?
Yes, actually, because taking part in activities and events is just like being part of a family.
Exactly. I will also recommend to all companies that organize this kind of events in order to develop staff cohesion, that they make sure that they keep an eye on how many people take part in each event. This will also show if your staff are doing well. I'd now like to show you a short report made at l'Olivier Soto to show how having fun has helped Alicia's company.
Just before we move on to the next guest, I'd just like to point out, I think a member of the audience has something they'd like to say. So if you can't, no, it's okay.
Okay, come on up.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. So, my company sends out survey twice a year. After we get the result to these surveys, the managing director and the human resources team need to come up with relevant action plans.
Okay, thanks.
Mommy, hello,
Thanks for
hello, hello, mommy. Okay, oh.
Thanks for that. Now, let's turn our attention to our mystery guest, a manager who would like to stay anonymous but would still like to tell us about what's happening in the company. Let's call him Jean-Claude. Hello, Jean-Claude. Hello, welcome. Hello, tell me about your story, Jean-Claude.
It's really hot in there. My story is the story of the company. I am one of the managers, you see, and we are in charge of putting in place some changes. And when we put in place changes, we have to make sure that people are coping well with them. So we created something that we called the Good Feeling World. Maybe we can share a picture. And we gave them access to something else that we used. We thought it was a good thing. It was a tablet in which every member of the crew was able to put something, a comment on a daily basis.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea.
Yes, indeed, there were good, very good ideas. But it turns out that I don't know why, but they're not using them. So what was supposed to be a very good idea, we're starting to question it.
Okay, so I can see this didn't really achieve the result that you were hoping. What I can say though, that if you watch our show, you find plenty of ways to improve the life and culture of your company.
Yes, exactly. And so we've come to the conclusion today that there are ways of knowing whether or not the changing within the company have been received well or not. As Jean-Claude here has shown, sometimes these methods don't always work out. What we have discovered, however, here in the program today is that we must always be available to listen to our coworkers and what they have to say. This is very important, and how exactly this is achieved is not as important as long as we are always there.
I see. Actually, all you need is communication.
Exactly, Tanya. Exactly. All we need is communication. Very, very well said, because after all, communication is the key to reassuring us that changes within our company are being dealt with positively. What an excellent way to end the show. Thanks to all guests and thanks everyone. Next week, join us to discuss our next burning issue. I hate using the bathroom at work. It really gets on my nerves. Thank you.